And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please, check it out, dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. Water Hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M's replica trophies. Now we gonna do the damn thing.
What you know about rolling down in the...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yo, after W, you already know, it's the man in the flesh.
Let's go Giants! Ow!
Mr. Giants on top, you already know.
Oh, no. No.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, aka SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants! Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, aka SneakyG. What is up? Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. I'm about to say it's Friday. I so wish. Man, I wish. I'll tell you I wish. Tonight, I know I was gonna bring on EMAC, and we're gonna talk about the top 7 teams, NFC, blah blah blah. But I decided we can't do that right now because we don't have a schedule. We don't even know what our teams look like. So tonight, I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it 100. We're gonna stay on topic. Now, hey, I got to say something about the Knicks real quick though, right? I mean, that's still New York related. Don't let it go 3-0. Don't let it go 3-0. Matter of fact, I want to give a shout out. I was never a big Paul Pierce fan. Okay. Those that don't know, all right. Those that don't know, this man on his show, he said if the Knicks, or he said if the Knicks go up 2-0, or if the Celtics lose, whatever you phrased it, he said, I will walk to work tomorrow. He said barefoot too. I don't know if he did it barefoot. If he didn't do it barefoot, Paul, I would not hold it against you. I mean, and I'm gonna tell y'all why real quick, because I was in the military. Okay. I never walked around with no shoes on or socks. Okay. And because it's disgusting, right? My opinion, I hate bare feet. I sleep with socks on. I don't anybody sleep with socks on, raise your hand. Okay. I'm that man. I sleep with socks on. Okay. Because yeah. And anytime I see videos and I see people with no shoes or socks on, and I wear with my slides, I wear socks with my slides. You want to judge me? Judge me. I don't care. Yes, I wear socks with my slides. Okay. And if I'm wearing New York Giants socks, I'm wearing New York Giants slides. Okay. Anyway, yes, I do. Judge me all you want. You ain't buying my slides for me. And you ain't buying my socks. I mean, oh, hold on. I gotta. Oh hell no. Yes. Oh hell yes. Yes, I am that. Well, Ray says no socks over here to sleep. That's okay. I don't judge. I know a lot of people don't sleep with socks. I do. You know what? I do. It must have been a military thing. So the reason why I say all that is because I want to say this. Paul Pierce, you gained a fan. I'm a Paul Pierce fan. I can't say I'm a Celtics fan, but I'm a Paul Pierce fan. Okay. Because not only, he was a good athlete, won a championship in 08. We could debate it, a part of the first super team, if you will, for the Celtics in 08. Not taking anything away from their championship. I'm not. Hold on a sec. Okay. Jermaine says, I wear socks with my slides too. That's what I'm talking. We need to start a club. With socks on slides. That's what we need. That should be our club name. He's a man of his word. He walked 20 miles. 20 miles. Sorry, it probably not the day to talk Giants. No. John, I talk Giants all day. Every day. Okay. Just like Eddie. I'm in there. Okay. I followed him on his journey. Once I saw he was walking out the door. It was like an 8-hour walk. And he greeted fans. I mean, he was literally the man of the people today. I wish I was in LA. I wish I would have, you know what? And I'd have been like, hey, Paul, you want to ride? I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody. We'll be best friends for life. I ain't saying, but no, man, he did it. Keyshawn Johnson, shout out Key. He brought him some water, and then there was a couple people, give him some slack on, on the walk. Said keep on walking. Yeah, anyway, Paul. not only was you a great Celtic, but you're also a good man, and you are a man of your word. I tip my hat off to you. You didn't bet anybody. You said, oh, yeah, here we go, Ant. Here we go. Ant's even showing some love to you. His nickname was The Truth, and he did what he said. Respect. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So Danny says, I can't be. I'm assuming you're saying, oh, wait, no. You said, I can't be a fan of Paul because he stomped on Jalen Bronson's jersey and recorded it. I got to look. You know what? I got to look into that. I'll do that. But for now, dude, the dude walked 20 miles. I will defend Paul Pierce. I will. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know too much about that situation. I'm glad you brought it to my attention. I will do my due diligence. But as of right now, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. So, hold on a sec. Mark says Paul Pierce needs to get the stepping. hey, Mark. Somebody told him. They were like they was doing this. It was yo. Okay, that's enough. Boosting about Paul Pierce. You know what? I mean, hey, Paul, you got a fan. Congrats, much love to you. You know, hey, like Ant said, they call you The Truth because you speak it and you also act on it too. So I appreciate y'all. Now, moving on. The Knicks. The Knicks are 2-0 against the Celtics. They won last night by 1, and they're going to New York. They're going to Madison Square Garden. And I want to know if anybody can answer me this. I know Spike Lee didn't make it to game 1 because he was at the gala. Okay. Was he at game 2? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to be 100 with y'all. Okay. The very first home game I ever went to at MetLife was in 2021. I'll give you the whole story. My dad passed away that year, early July. And I didn't want to be honest, I didn't want to be home for Thanksgiving. I wanted to be out of the house. I wanted to have a distraction. And I said, what better way to be distracted by going to New York? First time ever. Took the trip, made it out there. Then the first game I ever saw the Giants at home, it was against Philly. And actually, that was Daniel Jones's last game at MetLife that season. And he won. The Giants won that game, 12-7. And I remember looking at my son, and I said, if we aren't successful today, I don't know if we're going to come back. So I say all that to say this. I'm curious to know if Spike Lee was at game 2. If anybody knows, please let me know in the chat. I'm just curious, because if he wasn't at game 2, and then he wasn't at game 1 or game 2, maybe he might want to sit this one out. Maybe he want to, I don't know. I'm just speculating. Okay. So tonight on the show, EMAC, I know you're watching in the audience. I appreciate you. EMAC, let's stay on topic. Okay. We're going to talk about Jaxson Dart all night tonight. And I did some due diligence, got some stats, got some notes. And then on Tuesday, we're going to talk about Shador. And the question that I'm going to ask everyone is, why did we not no, the question I want to have, I'll say 1 week from tonight, would be the conversation that we're having with Dart and the conversation we're going to have with Shador. I mean, we might even do it Tuesday night towards the last hour or so. who would you have picked? That would be my question. And we'll go down the the line, but this is after we all have our information. I see somebody in the chat already saying Dart. I see it. NY Colosso, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got TikTok up, just so y'all know. But those on TikTok, if you want to come on to the show, please do. I got you can find it on Make It Count, YouTube, SneakyG Man, YouTube, SneakyG Man, 2 N's on Twitch, Facebook, Stefan Sneaky. Don't ask me how to spell that. Or you can go SneakyG Man on Facebook as well. And of course, you can come on Instagram, but unfortunately, people on Instagram, I can't bring you guys up on the conversation. You have to actually be on the Facebook, even LinkedIn, SneakyG Man, Make It Count. And also, hold on a second. There we go. And if you could, I do have a Venmo and a Cash App account. Venmo is at Stefan11, and the Cash App is SneakyG Man. If you guys can please support the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm still where I got one. I got right here. I'm still selling my Make It Count coins. YouTube could also make it count. Come November, I'll be buying someone's groceries with your help. And then of course, when you slide in my DMs after you pay the $20, I need your address so I know who to send it to. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open up here. Jalen,
What up, Sneaky?
what's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Mac, Clinton, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, fellas?
You there, E-Mac?
Yeah, I'm here. Just
Okay.
having a sad day. That's all.
Why? What's up?
Oh yeah, what's going on, man?
I wish I hadn't hopped on here, to be honest, because of it. Let's just say Ant and I got into an argument.
Oh, okay. Well, that's first I've heard of it.
I
Yeah.
Over our different opinions about football.
Okay.
And I got blocked because of it. And I texted him as an apology to apologize, but he hasn't texted me back, or he actually seen the text, so left me on red on TikTok.
Oh,
So
He what?
he left him on
left
red
me
on
off.
TikTok.
Let's see. Okay, hold on.
But he did block me on Instagram.
So he said, "I'm not mad. Love you, bro." And he said, "I was going to bed."
Oh, then
So,
I mean, I did saw he blocked me on Instagram, so
well, I think maybe that's something you guys should talk off air.
Yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
I tried to do. Text on TikTok.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. And
I'm not going to go off topic.
No. I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to apologize, and then EMAC, and that's all you can do.
I know. And anyway, if you unblock me by Instagram tonight,
No, don't go that far.
or no,
I would just apologize, And
Wait a minute.
I'll say something, and then we're gonna go on. We're gonna go back to what our regularly scheduled
program.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I'm sorry for saying things before I should have thought of things before I say them.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I just hope you forgive me for that.
Now that's a sincere apology.
And yes, my body has been like depressed, shaking all day, anxiety, bullshit. But
so I'll tell you what. The thing about
well, and I don't even know what you guys talked about. I'm not going to get into that. That's between you and him. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, right? When you're debating sports, okay. And again, I have no idea what you guys talked about. None whatsoever. All right. But if you're debating sports, keep it to the sports topic.
Yeah.
Don't make, and I don't know, again, I don't know the whole, and all I'm saying for me, like, I don't mind debating religion. I don't mind debating politics. I don't mind debating sports. I don't even mind debating which Twix is better.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
Twix?
Which Twix, the left one or the right one? I'll even debate that. Okay. Now, but the moment the person makes the debate personal, because let's be honest. Let's be real, right? When when people get angry, because religion, it's personal. Nowadays, politics is personal. And some topics, sport is personal.
I personally thought I was trying to troll, but I guess Ant
You
took
went
it
too
personal.
Well, again, you don't have to. You don't have to go into details, right?
No,
we don't need to know. And I know you're like, I know. I'm just. You don't even gotta say I'm just right. And I don't. Again, I'm just speaking. Generalizing everything.
Yeah.
So, but the best thing is, see, someone says the best Knick player of all time. Oh, for me, it's Patrick Ewing. I'm sorry, I thought he was going to contribute to this.
Anyway, I just hope you can forgive me. That's all. And
you know what?
Because I love you guys.
Yeah.
And we love you too, Emac.
Even though I give away my bad takes and bad opinions about some things, I just like to make the show watchable,
Yeah, so I'll tell you what.
Some of your takes are pretty outlandish, but that's
this show has my growth of a sports taker on here. Anyway, I'm just ready to go on topic.
Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, welcome to the show.
What up, Ed?
What up, Ed?
Nigga.
What's going on,
Billy's in the house.
What's going on, man?
Let me squash this real quick.
Yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. Go ahead, Ant.
Did you just call me an elephant?
He said, "Let's address the elephant."
I said, "Let's address the elephant."
Yeah, right after I came in.
I'm a big guy too, so I mean, tomato. And Billy, come on, Billy. We know, we see you too. We see that double chin. My beard just hides mine. But go ahead, Ant.
I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
When we started chatting last night, I was already in bed. My wife was getting on me because you was blowing up my phone. That's the only reason I blocked you. And you can ask Sneaky when the wife says no, it's no.
I didn't think it was going down that personal. Me personally.
No. Listen, it's a debate, and we all know I won.
Anyway,
I'm not, dude. Listen, Sneaky will tell you. Anybody that's ever been on this show that knows me will tell you. If I'm pissed at you, I will let you know personally.
Yep.
Anyway, and I love you, and I love everybody on the show. Basically, that's one.
No, you're good, dude. Don't take anything. Listen, unless you hear me say that I'm being serious, don't take anything I say personally.
Well, I was just more upset being blocked.
Yes.
No, you're good. I blocked you because you were blowing me up everywhere. And listen, you'll know when you get married. When the wife says no, it's no. Especially when you don't want her to say no about certain things.
Hello.
Hi, Danny.
I
know I wasn't going to explain on the show. I had to get that out.
I should have jumped in here. And the first thing
Knicks all day, baby. Taking them.
Bing bong.
That's it,
Right?
baby.
Knicks all day, baby.
Hey,
Anyway,
guys,
I just had to let that out of
Just
the
had to
way.
show it one time.
I appreciate that, Emac.
You're good.
So, Hold on. Let me. I got to be the center of attention.
So, did anybody watch the Giants' life today?
I didn't get a chance to do that.
I didn't, and I was mad because I was at work and I got the alert. Go ahead and give me some spoilers.
So it's only it's only like just under 14 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
But there's I'm just going to bring up the one part, the specific part. TP brought this up when we were talking last week concerning the Shador Sanders thing.
Right.
Every year the Giants are up for Jaden Daniels and they're up for Cam Ward. You know, they tell us they tried, but do we know they tried? Well, in the very first episode, it shows Joe Shane, as soon as the draft starts, calling the Tennessee Titans to say, "Are you sure you guys are going to make this pick?"
Right.
And as he goes, "I just had to ask." And when he hangs up, he goes, "You know, we've been talking to him. I was just hoping maybe they changed their minds." So if that doesn't tell you that he was trying to get Cam Ward, I don't know what else will.
Yeah.
Right.
For real, though.
Right.
So that's out of the way. But it was very good. Apparently, Abdul Carter he said either 12 or 13 years old dreamt about being a New York Giant.
Shut up.
No way, really?
Yes,
Wow.
he said he had a dream of becoming a New York Giant, and his father, and I quote, his father said on the plane to come here the day after the draft, he goes, "I don't know that we would have been this hyped if it was anywhere else but New York."
Man. I mean, so I did see the notes that the vets for advice.
Yeah.
I saw that little snippet. I thought that was cool. Who I can't remember who, but who was it that said, "Don't forget my food on the for the plane"? I forgot who said that, but
I want to say it was Kayvon.
Was it? Okay.
I think it was. I could be wrong.
I got to double check. So I'm glad you brought that up because I want to talk about Jaxson Dart tonight. I want to kind of deep dive on him and kind of analyze his play. We're only going to go off numbers. We're not going to go so much on eye candy.
Doesn't talent count as eye candy?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we know he can make every throw. But
I think his most important stat was he was a winner in the SEC. I mean, he didn't win a national championship, but he was a winner in the SEC, the second toughest division in football. We all know who the first is.
Big Ten.
Thank you. He did something that a lot of college quarterbacks don't do. He played 39 college games. He started 39 college games.
Wow. Well, hold on, Ant. Correction. He actually played in 45, 39 for Ole Miss, and 6 for USC.
Well, I'm talking about within the SEC.
Right. I'm just giving the whole, resume, if you will. And to add to that, he threw for over, 11,000 yards combined. Okay. For Ole Miss, playing for 3 years, he threw for over 10,617. Combined 81 TD passes. Combined 27 interceptions.
81 to 27.
His yard attempts was all 4 years was 9.2, almost about a first down every pass.
Okay.
Now another stat that, well, just by going off of those, right? And what college football, what it doesn't tell you is the win-loss record combined. It don't tell you that. Okay. Until you go into the total career, and you look in the game log, you're right. He is a winner. Dart is a winner. He, in his whole total collegiate career,
they beat Georgia too.
He went 32 and 14.
32-4.
32-10. Jalen, I think you got that score.
I'm sorry, 31-14 combined record in the 4 years of college.
That's still not bad. Man, no, in terms of like them beating Georgia, it was 28-10. I know because I just looked that up recently.
Oh, I thought it was 32-10.
So, I mean, just that alone, I mean, it speaks volumes. Okay, now, and it doesn't break down his. Hold on a sec. Actually, it does break down his. No, it don't. Actually, it does a combined of his whole career with the USC, and but he only played 6 games in USC.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I can't remember, it was with an interview with him. I can't remember if it was an interview with, one of the Giants' big heads or something. But they asked him, like they showed him some of the tape of himself, and they asked him some along the lines of, don't quote me on this, but what do you think you need to improve once you step foot on an NFL field? He said, probably the thing I need to improve on the most is only run when I need to.
You know what? That's actually
if you watch some of his games, he got beat up.
You know why he said that, right? Because he was with John Gruden. He did that thing with John Gruden.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's when it was. Thank you.
John Gruden told her he kept it 100 with him. He's like, listen, go out of bounds, learn how to slide. You're taking too many hits. Yeah.
Well, am I crazy to say that didn't he throw a lot of interceptions in college too?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he did, man. Yeah, but everybody throws
27. I mean, he threw 27
interceptions.
27 in 4 years.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's
maybe I'm just
it's not great, but it's not horrible.
Right. No, I mean
this clip, but
I wouldn't fault them. I wouldn't fault him for that. I'm not going to hold that against him.
One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time threw a ton of interceptions. His name was Brett Favre. Now he's showing dick pics.
Hey, yo.
Do I think a lot of athletes are perfect? Of course not. But
that thing is out too. If anybody wants to watch it, the fall of Brett Favre.
Oh, I might have to check that out. Because the fact, not because of the pictures he sent, but because of what he stole and how he stole.
I don't want to watch it because it'll hurt my heart because Brett Favre is one of my all-time favorites.
That's your guy, yeah.
I was watching the show by him and what's that dude backed him up in Green Bay?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, Rodgers. Yeah, I was watching that. That was crazy.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is crazy.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that.
I watched some of it. It's what? It's very it's a little dive into Aaron Rodgers' life, and I gotta say, it's not horrible life. He made all the horribleness in his life. His life in general, dude had a good life, man.
Are you talking about Rodgers, Nigma?
Yeah. Anyway,
I have watched that. And it feels like it's more the rehab.
We're talking way too much about Rodgers. He's not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He's not his cup of tea.
I would rather talk about the downfall of Brett Favre than Aaron Rodgers. Period.
And I don't want Sneaky putting blame on me for going off topic. So,
but shit. Big Dash, how you doing, man?
What's up, Dash?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, doing real good. So we're kind of dissecting Dart, okay?
Okay.
First off, I know it's been a while since we talked. I want to just give you a quick catch up. Since the last time you saw us, your take on this year's draft.
I loved it. Outside of what happened with Shedeur Sanders, I love the draft. Love the draft class. I think on paper, it's probably one of the best draft classes I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I got no complaints right now. Again, I can't defend what happened with Shedeur Sanders. If you're not prepared, you're not prepared. As much as I love him, it is what it is, man. He's not a Giant anymore, so I got to move on.
That's exactly how I felt, man.
I just think it's a shame that with the Giants being in the position that it always comes down to the Giants didn't do this and should have done this. It's always an issue of that. It's
I
like
swear.
they're never going to get themselves out of the. I'm not trying to bring anything up here, but they're always putting themselves in a position to somehow be in the news when it comes to sports, whether good or bad. They just can't like chill.
And you know what? You know how to get us out that whole window.
Win.
Yes. Yeah.
Win.
Let's draft from 20. Let's be in the 20s. You know, hell, let's be the 32nd pick. You know, not the top 5 or top 10.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I'm waiting for sure.
Yeah.
So, Dash, again, a couple weeks ago, what grade? Excuse me. I asked everybody their grade. What grade would you give Shane this draft season?
I'm definitely giving it a B plus. I was teetered like it's almost an A to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have to give it an A. I might have to just give it an A.
I think A plus B or A minus B plus. That's
A minus.
It was. I mean, everybody. We already, even though I was making that strong push for Shador Sanders, we kind of knew it was going to be Abdul Carter. Like in the back, we kind of knew it. What did it for me was the Darius Alexander pick.
Yes,
because I want to be able to stop the run and then turning around and getting Bo in the 5th round too. I love Scatterbo too. Because I'm in Arizona. I'm in Arizona, so it's scat. I wish I could run it.
What Arizona?
I'm in Gilbert.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah. I'm in Gilbert. Yep.
I was thinking you was in Cali for so. You almost.
I was. I've been in Arizona for almost 2 years now.
What's
that? How far away from? I think it's called Marana. Are you?
Marana. I've never even heard of it.
Marana. That's I haven't heard. So I'm originally from Sierra Vista.
You told me it's a small little town in the bottom half of Arizona. You told
and you know what sucks? I'll be in Tucson, which I'm only like an hour away from Tucson.
Okay.
What part of Arizona you from? Sierra Vista? Where's that at? Down the street. Anyway.
Yeah.
TP, welcome to the show. I'm glad you came, man. I'm glad you came.
Wait, what up? Wait, stand up.
Stand up a little bit, bro. Stand up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Just a little more.
Yes,
sir. I'm glad we got, everybody here. We got the family here, okay?
Yeah.
EMAC, that includes you. I want to ask you guys a question. This is for Jalen. Matter of fact, this is for everybody. Okay.
What's up, Sneaky?
So, is it wrong to have 2 favorite basketball teams?
Absolutely, bro.
Well,
there's a reason.
Well, okay.
And
hold on.
That's a good question.
Okay, go ahead, Jalen. Go ahead.
Okay. So Sneaky, I assume we're talking about you here.
Well, don't assume because it makes an ass out of you. I'm asking you.
Yeah, don't try to use anybody else to fall on.
This is
Man
you.
up.
We're talking about you. Go ahead.
So is it wrong to have 2 favorite basketball teams?
That's the question.
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'd say
yes. You gotta pick one.
I got the question that'll fix this.
Okay.
Who do you root for?
Wait, Jalen, go ahead. And you're not going to answer it because you're going where I know you're going to go. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I would say no. Just
okay. All right. We'll stop right there. TP, go ahead.
I love this question. First of all, I have to preface this by saying,
are you not entertained?
Now, the reason why I love it is because before I answered this, I had to stop myself because I'm like, oh shit! Like in college football, it's I think I got more than one team, but in the NBA, I can't see myself being somebody outside of the Knicks. And y'all already know football. That's non-negotiable. So I don't even got to say nothing about that. But
amen.
Yeah, I just feel like I gotta rock with the Knicks and the Knicks only because it don't feel right. There's something about my just man code that it's not official, man.
Seriously, yeah.
I just feel that way, man.
That's a little deep. Danny, what you think?
Yeah, bro. It's Knicks only, baby. It's orange and blue skies, baby. That's all I'm rooting for.
I will say this. Go
ahead. All right, Billy, go ahead.
So I really didn't follow much of basketball this year, although the Sixers did suck. I'm still a fan. Whether they lose barely or just lose just because I really think that they're gonna find their way. They're gonna find their way
Oh
to
man,
get better.
he skated all through the question.
Yeah,
answer the question,
he
Billy.
answered everything but the question.
Can you have two favorite teams?
I have two basketball teams.
I do not watch basketball, sadly.
Okay.
But I am ready for WNBA season for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.
Yes, Caitlin Clark.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Clinton.
Yes.
Clinton.
Yeah, times have
Two
changed.
basketball teams. Yes or no?
No.
Shut up. Yeah.
And by the way, about time me and Billy agreed on something.
Oh, did Clinton answer? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said no.
No. Okay. Okay. All right, Dash. What say you?
You can't have two favorites. You can't do it.
And Ant. Okay. I'm glad you said it, and I know what you're gonna go with. Okay. And I actually said this on TikTok Live just now. I said those. Okay, and let me get a little backstory. Okay, let me get a little backstory.
Let's not get banned here.
I growing up, I was a Knicks fan. I was Patrick Ewing, Sparks, Mason. I mean, I was in it.
What?
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was in it.
Had a cough. It came out a little bit. Front runner, huh?
Right. When Patrick Ewing left, and I stopped watching basketball for a minute, so I didn't actually have a basketball team. Then 2015, I moved to Denver. I became a Nuggets fan because I became a season ticket holder. Okay.
Okay.
And when I'm a fan, I'm a fan. I go all in. Okay.
Yes, you do.
And I don't know if y'all can see behind me, but I got the Larry Bryan trophy from representing the Nuggets. Okay. Because I was there. I couldn't even give those tickets. They would give me comp tickets, right? I get my two, and then my ticket guy, be quiet. My ticket guy will call me like, "Hey, I got 15 tickets. Can you give them away?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'd go around the office. Nobody wanted them. Oh, I got to wash my hair. My grandma's dog needs to be walked. You name it. They gave me every excuse possible. Anyway.
So, Sneaky, are you saying you went from a Knicks to a Nugget fan?
Yes. Yeah, not overnight.
Wow.
Not overnight.
I have a question for you then.
Okay.
What are the qualifications in order for you to officially switch teams? Like, what are the things that you have to do?
Oh, that is a great question.
I already know
That's
that.
a damn good question.
I got a story.
Yeah,
the fact that I paid $2,300 2 years back to back, plus the merchandise that I still have, the jersey, the hats, the flags, the pen. I mean, I still have all my Nuggets stuff. I got a signed Joker jersey that I won in the stadium. I got a video of me picking up Rocky after he hits a full court, pass, or I'm sorry, a full court shot. So to answer his question, I know I'm long-winded. Bear with me.
It's deep. It's deep.
I'm about to dive six. I'm about to dig 6 more feet. If the Nuggets, okay, let's just say hypothetically, I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna be a Knicks and a Nuggets fan, right?
You were a season ticket holder, weren't you?
For the Nuggets, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Not for the Knicks, but for the Nuggets, yes. Now, let's say they both made it to the finals, and I know this is where you're going. Let's say they both made it to the finals. Who am I rooting for? Because I can't go one or the other. I got to go for one.
Right.
And I'd have to go with the Nuggets.
Bye. Woo. See you. Have a good night.
I gotta be real. I gotta be 100.
What worse could it be, man?
That right there determines your favorite team. Period. If the two teams that you like are claiming your favorites, because I'll tell you right now, I don't mind watching the Sixers. I don't mind watching the Phillies. I don't hate those teams, and I'll root for my teams are ass. However,
Right.
If the Knicks are playing the Sixers, there's no way in hell. If the Yankees are playing the Phillies, there's no way in hell.
Right.
They're my
But
favorite.
see, but again, what would be the qualification? Let's say if you do switch teams, right?
Yeah, right.
Now let's
I
just
got it.
go ahead, Dash.
I got it. So I'm from New Jersey, right? I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
My step pops Knicks fan, right? Big Knicks fan. I remember the early '90s. I remember the Knicks versus Pacers. I remember those games. I remember the Houston and Knicks finals. And I remember rooting for the Knicks. I lived in New Jersey.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up a painful memory.
Okay.
Remember that little layup that hit the back of the rim?
Don't do the layup. Don't do the layup.
Look, I had to go in my room with no lights on for 2 hours after that game.
I remember.
It hurt.
Why didn't he just put it off the glass?
You want to
Why
hear
didn't
me
he just
upset
put it
Knicks fans right now? I got
God.
one name
No.
for you.
No.
Charles Smith.
Charles Smith had broad shoulders, so I like the way
Didn't Charles
Smith-
Barkley play
Smith-
for you guys too?
Charles Smith couldn't make a layup
He couldn't
with
either.
10 attempts.
Yeah. No, but so like I said, my first basketball game I ever went to was a Nets game. So I was a
Mine
Kenny
too.
Anderson, Derek Coleman, right? So I switched from rooting for the Knicks to being a Nets fan, right? And I loved the Nets all the way until they played, the Lakers in the finals when they lost back-to-back series. But when they moved to Brooklyn, my heart was broke. I tried to be a Nets fan for like a year after that. I couldn't do it.
Those Kerry Kittle days were amazing.
Oh my God. I stopped watching. I kid you not. I stopped watching basketball from maybe 2007 to about 2014. Like
Man,
seriously.
7 years.
Yeah. Like
Long time.
Let's see. Now I understand where he's going from that. Again,
Yeah.
the Nets weren't my favorite team, but because they were my hometown, because they rep Jersey, because it had a few of my all-time favorites, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd,
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Vince Carter was there.
Carter.
Yeah.
Those
even
were some
Van
good
Horn.
teams. So
Even Van Horn. I
Keith
like
Van Horn.
too.
Yeah, Keith Van
them
Horn.
being in your hometown, it's kind of hard not to follow them, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all there for you.
Back when it was right next to the old Giant Stadium. Too.
One of my least favorite things was when Rutgers joined the Big Ten, because now I got two teams that I root for. Michigan still being my favorite in the same conference, and it kills me. So when I go to Rutgers to watch Michigan win, I kind of hurt myself a little bit.
So I just heard that, right? And when I heard the reasoning, to me, I don't know about y'all, but to me, I'm like, oh man, that's a valid ass reason, right?
That's what made me switch. And then the Knicks started winning. Like I started feeling that same little kid from the early '90s. Like I saw. You know what did it for me? When John Starks was on the sideline, rooting for this team, and it brought back the memories of me rooting for John Starks when I was a kid. You know what I mean? But that's it, man. That's it though.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
So do we? Is it basically that? Do we feel like the reasoning has to be official? Like, because again, I heard that, right? And I'm just like, okay, I understand that. That makes sense.
That okay, look. Yes, you have to make it official. And I don't know, you might know where I'm going with this, Ant. So for years, okay, and I have my reason and I'll explain it. I was a Yankees and a Mets fan. For years.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
years. Now, I'm gonna say why. This is the why. Okay.
Oh god.
The reason why I was a Yankees and a Knicks fan, no Mets. I said Mets fan. Mets fan was because of Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden. They played for both squads, and I love the way Doc Gooden pitched. I love the way Darryl Strawberry swung the bat. I mean, he had a sweet swing, right? So naturally, of course, and then with the Mets, Frank Viola. I mean, just that whole the pitching staff. So anyway, but when Gooden and Strawberry left for the Yankees, I'm like, I mean, of course I was a kid.
So you were a Mets fan first?
Yes, because of Strawberry and Doc Gooden.
Wait, Sneaky, there's a Yankee player named Strawberry?
No,
way.
hold on. For a little while, I thought I was a Packers fan. Turns out I was a Brett Favre fan. He just happened to play for the Packers.
Well, right.
So you weren't a Mets fan.
Well,
You were a Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden fan.
That's true. But in my logic, I'm thinking, because I grew up being a big Phil Simms fan, even though Simms left in 90 or he got waived in 93. I'm not leaving the Giants. Ain't no way I'm leaving the Giants.
Well, I'm kind of like that too.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So now how I came to that conclusion. So the Mets made it to the World Series just recently, a few years back, right? They lost. I think they lost to Philly. Was it Philly? No, they're in the same league. I can't remember who they lost to.
Who, the Mets?
The Mets, yeah.
What year was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
He said the last time they were in the World Series.
It wasn't too long ago.
They were in the World Series.
That was with the Yankees, wasn't it?
Yeah, in 2000, right?
No, they were in the World Series again recently.
Look it up right now.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I think it was the Royals. then.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So Johnston's, right? Johnston's had the National League championship ring for the Mets for Johnston. It was like $300, right?
It was the Boston Red Sox, Sneaky.
And I was like, no, you out your damn mind. And so I was like, nah, I'm good. And I was like, I'm good. But then a few years later on eBay, I saw a staffer ring for the Yankees, right? The 2009 World Series ring. I'm just going to say it was more than the $300. Man, I jumped on that harder than you can say free buffets at King Buffet. I don't know if y'all got a King Buffet where you're at. It's okay, but just be careful because might be some cockroaches.
It was 2015. It was 2015 against the Kansas City Royals. Prior to that, it was 2000, to which they got their asses handed to them by the greatest New York team ever, the New York Yankees.
And ironically, that year, 2000, I rooted for the Yankees. But my justification was, I said, I'm going to root for the Yankees because Darryl Strawberry and Gooden, they play for the Yankees last. That's the only reason I went.
Strawberry.
Yeah, Darryl Strawberry.
Do you want some strawberry shortcake?
You really don't know who Darryl Strawberry is?
I know. I'm
who Darryl Strawberry is?
Yeah, I mean, he's like picking on him.
I can't believe his last name is Strawberry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and YouTube him. You ain't gonna pick on him anymore. You'll see his swing. I mean, he had a nice swing. I try to mimic that.
My favorite Darryl Strawberry swing was against the Baltimore Orioles, and he took that right swing at Armando Benitez. That was the best swing he ever had. That was the best swing ever.
Clearing the dugout.
So,
You talking about, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and get back to Jaxson Dart. Okay.
Yeah, we got off topic a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Sorry, Mac. I know I told you to stay on topic, and here we are talking about fandoms and stuff.
Well, I didn't want you to put blame on me anyway. I wasn't really going to say much.
I appreciate you. So TP, how much have you watched the show? Have you that? I want to recap a little bit.
I just hopped on, so
okay.
Yeah.
So quick rundown. One of the things that Jaxson Dart is that we talked about earlier, and made a good comment. He said he is a winner, which, and there's numbers to support that. Okay. His collegiate career, he was 31-14 out of 4 years college ball. Career wise, he threw 81 TD passes, 27 interceptions. Now, out of the 4 years, he played 1 year at USC, the remaining 3 years at Ole Miss. And the year that he wasn't successful, TD and interception wise, was his sophomore year where he threw 20 TDs, but 11 picks. And that was in 2022.
Can I ask about the Jaxson Dart thing? Did he even play for a full season for a couple of years in Ole Miss? I don't think he did.
No, he did. He did. He played.
No, I mean full season as a starter.
Yeah, three years.
Yeah, three consecutive seasons. Yeah, 13 games.
Yep.
81. I feel like the 81 touchdown part doesn't seem like full season need to me, but
that also includes his first year with USC.
Yeah, so you got 9 touchdowns. You got 9 touchdowns. 2020. I'm trying to explain to you right now, Matt. You got
I'm
9
sorry.
touchdowns, 2021. You got 20 touchdowns his sophomore year, 2022, 23, and 24. Respectfully, he threw 23 and then 29. And his senior year, 2024, he broke some records. The highest completion. He threw for over 69% and 400 or over 4,200 yards.
Makes
His
sense.
senior year.
Okay, I see that now.
My only stink with Jaxson Dart is why couldn't he have just went to another college? Because the minute you find out what college he went to, you automatically go to, oh, there's John Mara. Oh, there's Eli Manning. Like everything to Why does it have to do that?
You hate it, don't
Yeah,
you?
you made it
Eli
good.
Yeah, I
played for Ole
do.
Miss too.
It's
I hate
annoying.
it too. I hate it too.
So,
Like,
It was the whole thing with Daniel Jones. Oh,
yeah,
he
the
went
David
to the
Cutcliffe.
Manning camp, and nobody cares.
David Cutcliffe with Daniel
Yeah.
was the same quarterback coach for Eli Manning. And just like, yeah, I hate that part too.
Now
so
he's got-
even though
Yeah,
I
Cliff
was
Kingsbury, like, come on.
I was for Shador, and I'm sure some of us were as well. Danny, I know you were.
We are.
I was too.
All right, right. I was trying to bring Danny back in because I see you got it muted. I was trying to call him out.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Now, just by hearing those numbers alone, what's your initial thought of Dart?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I always say like numbers. I'm very careful when it comes to that because at times, well, most times, I feel like numbers don't tell the full story, and so I'd rather watch the game, see what he looked like from start to finish, and then I will look at the numbers to see what was what. But I don't really like looking at numbers like that because I feel like you're missing, the other side to it. So
Just don't watch the Florida game. Don't do that.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. And I seen that one.
The LSU game, that was a good one. The LSU.
My whole thing too is like with college doesn't necessarily translate to the pros. We've seen this how many times,
I was just about to say that.
The real Jaxson Dart will come out the first game he starts as an NFL QB. That's when the real Jaxson Dart will come out. That's when we'll know exactly what we have. We went through that whole thing with Daniel Jones when he replaced Eli and he came out and, helped win that game against Tampa Bay. And, we did get our hopes up. I'm not going to say we didn't. And then it just didn't turn out that way.
That Tampa Bay game was fantastic, though. I can't.
It was.
That was an
for
amazing
Jaxson Dart.
When he missed that kick.
But let me be the Debbie Downer here. Let's be honest. We lost that game because Tampa's kicker couldn't kick a simple 3-point field goal.
Yeah, but at that point, for us, a win was a win.
No, I hear you.
I mean, let's be honest.
All I remember.
And I gotta say this. When that Tennessee kicker missed that kick, and we started that season 1-0, we're back. That whole just that moment, because that was the first time we were undefeated. In like 10 years.
What's funny? What's funny about that 2022 season? That first game, that first half, we looked horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Horrendous.
Horrible. Saquon Barkley broke that 70-yarder in the second half, and then it was on to the races after that. But we played awful, and I just remember saying, "Oh no."
But you know what though? I was fine with it because I always go into like the first game of the seasons. Like I always go in it with the mentality of it's gonna be rust. When we just came out of there with a win, I was fine with it. I was just like it did look rough, but I was like I can live with that because I knew and understood like it was the first game of the season.
Like if they would have lost and it wasn't like a big loss, you still would have kind of had that feeling like, all right, it's the first game, the first full game, and guys are still trying. You got that feeling. It's when week 3 and 4 pop around, it's like, oh, what are we doing?
I got a Jaxson Dart question though.
What's up?
Do you guys have the O-line to even protect Dart?
I know our O-line is still getting questioned. Our O-line was fine. They weren't
Yeah,
great.
our line was solid.
They were
last
fine.
year.
The problem that killed us last year was the O-line injuries.
Well, that's the question.
Is Evan Neal going to get better? Is Justin Pugh going to get better?
I don't think Pugh got
Justin
re-signed.
Pugh's not even on our roster.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all about
he's
the
not on the roster anymore. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
I thought
try.
that was
They're
another
gonna
big
try.
name lineman for you guys, but
They're gonna try Evan Neal at guard, and we'll see what happens there.
It's two things for me when it comes to the offensive line. Is Andrew Thomas staying healthy, and then JMS. Can JMS get better?
And
outside of that, for me,
They need. I'll tell you what they need to do. They need to get Illuminor on a long-term contract because he had a hell of a year last year.
Well, he signed that 2-year deal on purpose because they offered him a 3-year, and he said no, he wanted a 2-year deal.
Yeah, he wants.
I think he wanted to get re-up. Yeah, re-up.
One thing I agree with
I
you
respect
said
that.
the other day. One thing I agree with Jalen the other day is the Giants could get Brendan Scherf.
I don't want him.
I think that was your dad that
He's
said
getting
that.
older though. Like, his body's starting to break down, and you don't want that.
Or is that your dad?
You know,
that said that?
it's funny you say that because he's a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he's still not signed.
So was Joe Thomas, and Joe Thomas didn't do that great for us. He was okay.
Isn't Trent Williams still in the league?
Was it Joe Thomas that we had? Yeah, we had him for like
All
a
right,
year.
guys, I got to get out of here. I looked at the time. It's stream time right here. I'm late and everything.
All right, I appreciate it,
yeah,
man.
man.
All right, bro. Yeah, let me hit
peace,
one time,
fellas.
fam.
Let's go Giants. Ow! And it's
Anyway, Jalen, I did agree with
head out too.
where your dad
I'm
said
gonna head out too, brother.
You're right. It wasn't Joe
Oh, Billy, you're out.
Yeah, but I want to say this: 25th, 26th, and I think 27th, we are at Yankees this year, the Phillies. So be
You know
ready.
what that means, right?
Yeah.
Bring your broom.
Bring your okay. And
All right,
just so you
Billy,
know,
let me hear one time.
One time, and we signed Dallas Goddard, by the way. Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Ask the Mets. Ask the Mets how that $765 million is doing.
So
He can't even
we
play
were
the
talking
outfield. He
about.
can't play the outfield.
I know
If
we
you
were
back-
talking about the no, you're good. You're good. The Florida game. So I'm looking at his stats on the Florida game. Yeah, they lost 17-24.
Yeah, we said not to talk about it.
That was a really bad game.
But he still threw for over 322 yards.
It wasn't about
Cover
that.
your ears, guys.
It's about how that game ended, Sneaky.
And then he threw 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. So how'd the game end?
He had a chance. He had a chance to win that game, right? And he threw back-to-back interceptions. And the crazy thing about it is he threw an interception that got called back for like pass interference or something like that, and got the ball back on the very next play, threw another interception on the very next play. It was back-to-back, and then the kicker was he went to the sideline and he cried, and they caught it on camera, and that was the whole that was the whole
she
thing.
got caught in 4K.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that
was look, look, and I know Williams,
Caleb Williams,
Williams got caught crying on his mom's shoulders, whatnot.
I didn't care about that.
I didn't care about. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I could see why Dart would get emotional, right? Because it's the one time, and I don't even know what that game cost him. I don't know if it cost him a berth in the SEC championship game. I don't know if it cost him a berth in the playoffs. I don't know the situation.
I think
of that
it did.
game. But at the same time, maybe that was one of the games he wanted to play. And someone said something about Georgia and that he beat Georgia.
32-10. That was me. That was
beat LSU too.
Well,
No,
he
and-
lost. He lost.
Oh no, that was the last second. LSU won that one. That's right.
Yeah,
but
I'm
he threw for
talking
like
about Georgia. No, he
That was
lost
me.
Georgia 17-52, and he threw 112 yards, 1 INT. He didn't even register a touchdown in that game.
By the way, that was me that
wait,
said Georgia,
what?
I think.
Was that 2023?
What year was that?
20. That was 2023.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was when Georgia
Now
was still, like,
in 2024, yeah, he did beat the bricks off of Georgia 28-10.
Last year that they beat
He
Georgia.
he still threw under 200 yards. 1 TD, 1 pick. So I did a little deep dive, right? And I look at the postseason record too, because you got a lot of attention. You got a lot of
Jaxson Darts.
yes,
Darts?
you got a lot of eyes looking. Yes, Jaxson Dart's postseason play in college football. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't have the Does it say what bowl game he played in? Nope, I don't have it on there. So he was 2-1 in the 3 bowl games that he played in.
Not bad.
With the only loss coming against Texas Tech, and I want to say that was the Peach Bowl. But he beat Penn State, and then he also beat Duke. Okay. And in those bowl games, he threw a total of 9 touchdowns, all 3, right? Those 3. He threw a total of 9 touchdown passes with 3 interceptions, over 1,100 yards passing.
Wow.
And with a completion percentage of the first game, 61, 63, and the final one, 71% completion percentage.
Not a bad average
too
for
shabby.
bowl games.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception. It's not bad.
And and in the 3 years that he played, now I don't know about y'all. When I hear about the SEC, I think of Florida, I think of LSU, Georgia,
Alabama.
Right? The main schools. And what got me thinking was somebody at work said, and I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it, even when I was going through the stats, that he's not good against top 5 teams. Okay. I couldn't find that because, of course, it's going to list the teams, but it's not going to say what rank they were when they played it. So, I mean, I'll leave an alibi if anybody wants to look that up. However, he was 1-2 against LSU. He threw in the 3 games, he threw a total of 5 TDs, 2 interceptions, just under 1,000 yards, like 50 yards short of 1,000.
What's his Georgia record look like?
1-1.
1-1. Yeah, 1-1.
1-1 against Georgia. 0-1 against Alabama. But he did throw a touchdown pass, no interceptions, 212 yards. Now, also, I also wanted to focus and I wanted to deep dive in the rivalry games. Mississippi State, if I'm not mistaken, that's called what? The Egg Bowl, right? Or the Egg Bowl, I think they call it.
I can't remember what that one was
The
called.
toilet bowl?
No, not the toilet bowl.
Well, it's a funny nickname I give it.
Right, and I want to say it's the Egg
in
Bowl.
Ohio State.
Right. I want to say it's the Egg Bowl, but I could be wrong. But and why do I want it? Why did I the reason why I wanted to focus on the rivalry games? That's a big week, especially in college, right? You get a traveling trophy. It's you're repping your team and bragging rights and blah blah blah. Trust me, I love it when Arizona beats ASU, and I love it when Ohio went. Ooh, I almost fucked up there. Well, I love it when Michigan beats Ohio State. I almost flipped it, which is a cardinal sin. He was 2-1 in the 3 Egg Bowl games that he played in. A total of 4 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. Just under 500 yards, total of 489, 250 in a loss, 96 yards in a win, believe it or not, and then 143 yards in a win. And on that type of stage, I mean, yes, it's college, and I know numbers are going to be diluted. I know, because you're right, Ant. Going from the NFL, here we got Drew popping up. Going from the NFL or the college, to the NFL, it's a big jump. Mm-hmm. But looking at these numbers, I mean, the fact that in big games, and I'm talking about the postseason, well, in these games I was looking at, let's see, 2, 3, 5, right? And then you got 4, and you got what, 5? Well, he's 5-4 in big games, if you will. And that's including the loss to Alabama and the 2 losses, LSU, and of course the 1 loss against Mississippi State. But that does include the 2 wins that he had in the bowl games and also against Mississippi State. So, Drew, we're doing a deep dive into Dart. So anything you want to add, would love
throwing darts at Dart.
Yes, we are. We're getting in the weeds.
Throwing darts.
We're getting.
Reminds me, you see that thing with the Bleacher Report thing they did with the cartoon with Dable
He's like dartboard, dartboard.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I love it.
That's funny
Look
as
up
hell.
dartboard, dartboard. You'll see it probably pop up on all the stuff. It's hilarious.
I like that.
But just I know, Drew, you're kind of entering a little. I don't know how much you caught.
Oh, we just ended our show just now, so I just.
Oh, sweet. Those that
show to
went
the
over the
next.
numbers. Dash, Ant, Danny, Emac.
I mean,
Jalen.
You don't know who half of us are.
I'll say this about Jaxson Dart. I think what people don't realize with Jaxson Dart is we haven't had a quarterback like Jaxson Dart ever. Like we're used to guys button up, quiet. You know, this guy is a firecracker for sure. I'll give that to. He's a fiery character. He is talented. He does need some seasoning. I will say that. But if you can get him the ball, I like his competitiveness.
He'll make the plays for us, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then also
he'll with talent.
Yeah. And wheels
minus the cutlets.
Yeah.
Can he go like this? That's the key. Can he go like this?
He can do more. He can dance and everything. So yeah, I think people. I don't know if everybody knows what they're getting with Jaxson Dart, but he's a fiery guy though. He's a fiery guy, and I'm hoping and I'm wishing for the best for him. I don't want to see him this year at all though. At all.
Me either. No, he has the red. He has the red shirt. He has the red shirt this year.
What do you mean you guys want to see him starting?
I don't want to see him play at all.
I want to see him in a game.
I'll put an asterisk on agreement with that because
like garbage. I wouldn't mind seeing him in some garbage time.
I'm saying that part end of the year.
You guys are lucky he's playing behind Russell Wilson, to be honest. I think.
Like if we're already out of the playoffs by I don't know, week 11,
that part's different.
12, 13, then maybe.
Like if everything falls apart and we have a chance to get a good draft pick and might be able to draft a quarterback, then we probably need to kind of see what we got there to a certain degree. Listen, I said it on draft night. I'll say it again. We did not give up enough for this kid that you can't Josh Rosen him if you had to.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm not trying to hope it. Obviously, listen, he's a Giant. I'm going to root for this kid as long as he's a Giant. Obviously, he seems like a very good kid too, as well. And I mentioned before, he really impressed me with, and it's a stupid thing to impress me, and I'll admit it freely. I look at little details. It's what I've always done in life.
The gentleman.
The video with him and his family when he opened the door up and let his
100%.
mom, his sister, his younger brother, all one of the
I
biggest
peeped
moments of his life. He consciously made that decision.
He's got good character.
Do that. That's a character thing. That truly is. So, I will root for the kid for that kind of stuff. Obviously Eli talks very glowingly about him as well. And listen, Eli doesn't get excited about much things. He has, let's be honest, with the media and all, he has the personality of a soap dish, and then all of a sudden the cameras come off, and all of a sudden the personality comes out of nowhere. Like he's completely different on camera than off camera. But he doesn't stick his neck out and talk positively very often. Now, obviously, he did talk positively with Daniel Jones as well, so that kind of scares me and got to take a little bit grain of salt there because we saw what Daniel Jones was. But listen, let him not play for the year. But if the year is falling apart, then I want to see him the last couple of games.
Let him get his feet wet.
If there's
That's
promise,
different,
or if we're looking at a quarterback. At the end of the year, if things go the way I hope they do, my hope is maybe there's a blowout going at some point. We can put him in just to keep him a little bit of time out there. But
welcome, Daryl.
Nah,
Drew, a giant blowout would be great in general.
Yeah,
I'll say this, Drew.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
What's going on, Daryl? I wouldn't want to see him before week 10.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, don't DJ him and put him 4 weeks in.
No.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you might ruin him if you do that.
Yeah.
If he gets in there too early, you might.
My favorite thing about drafting Jaxson Dart is when they said his name, nobody went, "Who?"
No, everybody. Exactly.
Facts.
Everybody know who he was.
It was
that a few years ago. It didn't work out well.
Yeah,
I
we may not have said who, but we were like, really?
Oh, no.
Are you serious?
One thing I gotta say about
I said who from the minute they started talking about, this kid Daniel Jones. Even then, I'm going, who?
I thought it was fake.
The second that Roger Goodell went up and said, with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, and you're a Giant select Daniel Jones, I'm like, that's not how you pronounce Josh Allen. That's not how you do that.
you guys want to know something too that I don't know if you guys are forgetting this. At least he's going to be proving behind Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Russ is his mentor, basically.
Well, that
Russ
and Jameis
James.
Winston. So
Yeah.
both Shane and
So,
Dable have talked about it.
just-
They're going to give
just
him
to
not a
con-
lot of reps even in OTAs because
And it gives him it'll give him
he's
better
not the
IQ,
only
too.
new quarterback. Russell Wilson needs time.
All
Jameis
of them.
Winston need time, and
Oh,
because
yeah.
we don't plan on playing him a lot, it's best to let him
What's up,
kind of
Art?
play that third wheel and let
Oh, Artie,
Kafka work
what's
with
up?
him.
We have a
And
party
just-
in here.
Just to confirm what you drew, when you say, I don't know if everybody knows this. When you said Josh Allen, you do mean
Josh Allen
the
Hines, I
edge
think he goes
rusher.
by now. Yeah,
Yes.
Edge rusher.
Yes.
yeah,
Josh Hines Allen.
yeah.
He goes by now.
Okay, well, that was a Hines somewhere there, like Duncan Hines or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we can all agree that the SEC is one of the toughest conference in college football.
Right
I
on
mean,
there with-
The
yeah.
toughest.
Not as it used to be honest.
NIL kind of ruined that.
Yeah.
I think the Big Ten is the best conference, and I'm saying this as bias.
Okay,
And
so
yes, the
we'll
Huskies
they're
will
the
be
top two.
hard.
We'll say they're the top two, right? Or we could even say easily top four top conferences in play, right?
I think they're number 2.
Okay.
Ohio
Yeah.
State can go play for them for all I care.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
US
the
20
reason why-
Ohio State plays UW in Seattle this year, so
Oh,
they're
that's right.
going to be afraid of purple.
So the reason why I bring this up is
Sorry for going off topic.
Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is he was ranked number 1 and in the SEC in 2024 with pass completions, passing yards, in the NCAA. I mean, as a whole, right? He was ranked number 1 in passing yard attempts. Also in the
Passing
NCAA.
yard
Now,
attempts.
now, right now, of course, if I say NCAA, that's including the SEC. He was also, let's see, what says adjusted passing yards per attempt. He was also ranked he was ranked 21. I'm sorry, he was ranked number 1. Passing efficiency, number 1. Rushing touchdowns, he was ranked 8th in 2023. Let's see, total play. Let me see, total yards.
Who was number 1 in completion percentage? Just curious. Just had to be that guy.
Well, I mean, it just, for him, it just says SEC. He was
I
the
know.
number 1.
I just messed with Sanders.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's Shador Sanders.
Jaxson Dart's probably.
Oh, what's Shador? It was
Yeah.
Shador for the whole.
Yeah, I thought you meant Colonel Sanders. My bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, are we gonna congratulate him for being one of the best quarterbacks in a crappy draft class of quarterbacks? Like, let's be honest here.
Got a point there.
Like, oh, who's the best SEC quarterback? He beat out Jalen Milroe, whose best move is running.
By the way, this is the best.
When you put it like that, jeez.
I try to be blunt and honest
best
about it. It
Seahawks
is what it
draft we've
is.
ever had in a long time.
Oh,
He beat Quinn Ewers out. Ooh, like,
We try to find in the silver lining, man.
That's what I want. That's
I
what
know
want.
you do. I'm the negative
Yeah.
person, like the yin to your yang here, Sneaky. It's okay.
Kyle McCord went to Philly, right?
Yeah, no, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Went to
6
Philly.
round pick, right?
No,
way.
Cal
Listen,
McCord.
McCord was there, and we
Yeah.
didn't
Kyle
take
McCord.
quarterback first, second round. I wouldn't have been mad with that.
I like Cal McCord.
I
was
still
a fan of
say,
Cal McCord.
and I'll find out if I'm right. I'm kind of glad the way things went because it kind of validate potentially what I've been saying. I'm still curious what Dylan Gabriel does in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm still a Dylan Gabriel guy.
He's in a bad spot right now.
Well,
He's
they
not
said
though.
that
He's
he was
not
their
though.
first choice the whole time.
Kenny Pickett's in a bad spot.
Oh, Kenny
Oh.
Pickett's definitely in a bad spot.
Yeah.
His
George
tiny hands are
Pickens
getting
in a
cut.
bad spot.
Yeah, he's the one looking out. You know, he's odd man
I
out
mean,
for sure.
If you're Cleveland, you're gonna have Joe Flacco as your starter, your veteran starter. You got Sanders and you got Dylan Gabriel. You're gonna hold on to Kenny Pickett?
I thought Shador was going to be on
I
draft.
think Shador is gonna run that quarterback room out soon.
He's gonna try to run it and get kicked out.
No, he's not. No.
Shador's gonna win it.
I do want to say, Art, thank you so much for jumping on the show. Daryl, good to see you too. Art, real quick,
yeah.
how do you feel about the Bears draft this year? What's your thoughts on that?
The Bears.
Oh, honestly, excuse me. How do I sound, by the way? It's a new microphone.
You sound good.
Sound amazing, Art. Sound amazing.
We drafted a tight end, and who's surprised?
I was.
No,
Which
no,
one?
but- That's all we do is draft tight ends. surprised we didn't draft 7 of them.
You guys got Loveland, I think.
Oh, there's a tight end. Let's take not the one we should get. Well, let's take the other one instead
Loveland
and see how it
out.
works out.
You got a good
Just
one.
cover your eyes and just draft the tight end. That's it.
By the way, at least tight ends can help O linemen block as well. So
I hope so.
There's another blocking.
Compared to how bad
help.
our O-line is, I can help them block
by themselves.
Yeah, can you run it down? Because I'm trying to remember the whole class. I know Loveland was the first pick. What you have?
Can I be honest with you about the draft? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all. Because nobody knows. They pretend like they know and they don't know. Everybody thought Shedeur was going 3rd. I knew he wasn't.
Art,
I knew.
I'm a little upset with you because you know what? It is
What's
fun.
that?
You know why? Because it gives me another excuse to drink.
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't fun. I just said I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'll watch it, but I mean, how invested am I going to get in a lottery ticket that may not pay off?
So Colson Loveland was the 1st-round pick. Luther Burden the 3rd out of Missouri, 2nd round. Ozzie Trapillo, the tackle out of Boston College, in the 2nd round as well.
Well, we need about 8 of those. So that's
Shamar
good.
Turner, the defensive tackle out of Texas A&M, also in the 2nd round. Then they didn't pick into the 4th round. Ruben Hippolyte the 2nd. I may mispronounce.
Wait a minute. They had 4 picks in the first two rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you don't care?
One from Carolina, one from Minnesota, one from
I
Buffalo.
don't think Art likes the
Artie's
draft.
like the hell with it.
You don't think I what now?
All
I just
star.
don't think Art likes the draft.
Oh, they got the running back from
I don't
Rutgers
like
that
the
Giants
culture.
fans like too. What's
Well,
the
they got
name?
Monogay.
Monogay, yeah.
He does not. He doesn't
7th
like
round
the
pick.
culture.
The culture,
wouldn't even
the
watch
draft
the
culture
draft,
pisses
my
me off.
I hear you.
Mock drafts are useless.
Listen, if I was a Bears fan, I'd be pissed off too. It's been 86 since the last one.
We have a pope now. We have a pope now. What do you got?
A pope?
All right. Oh, you sure do.
I'm in a freaking pope.
We got God on our side now. You guys are
Oh,
screwed.
just saying the Pope went to Villanova.
Yeah, the Pope was from Chicago,
Pope
but
from
went to
Villanova.
Villanova.
He was in
All right.
Villanova.
All right. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna say this right now. You're right. You got God on your side, Art. And clip this. If the Bears win the Super Bowl this year,
Oh man.
I will personally get you one of those. I know a belt guy. I'm gonna get you a belt.
I would love that.
I would clip this. This is episode 291.
Gotta give
An
Artie a
hour
belt.
and 23 minutes. Clip it. Hold on to it. And if Caleb Williams holds up that Lombardi trophy, you about to get you get a belt within 60 days of the Super Bowl.
By the way, I did actually just Google
cry.
it to see if the new Pope is a Bears fan, because I thought it'd be hilarious if he turned out to be a Giants fan somehow. But no, he actually is a Bears fan. He's actually
A
a very
Packers
big,
fan would be worse.
he's a very big Cubs and Bears fan, apparently.
No, he's a White Sox fan.
He
Not
should be a
according
White
to the
Sox
Kansas
fan.
City Star. The Kansas City Star said he's a
Well,
Cubs and Bears fan.
So today, ironically, of course, I'm watching the news, right? Lester Holt. He had a friend, personal friend, and he texted him real quick. He said, what baseball team do you like? Are you a Cubs or a Sox fan? And he responded with a Chicago White Sox flag.
I'm seeing what you're saying now. He's playing both sides of the baseball line here on Chicago.
Oh, is
He
he really?
is.
All right,
Yeah.
fellas, I'm gonna have to go. I just wanted to hop in and say what's up to everybody. I
What's
gotta
up,
get up at 4. I'm doing all right.
You got 5.5 hours. Where are you going?
Hey, I need all the sleep I can get, man.
Hey, bro, I hear that. I hear that. And it's
For
Friday
real.
too, fam. You enjoy yourself.
All right, hey Sneaky, I heard you. What's up, Ant?
What's up, brother?
I heard you the Tuesday. I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll try to give you a shout out. All right.
All right, fam.
yeah,
Let me get
Ant.
one time. Oh,
Ant, Danny, hold on. Go New York, go New York,
New
go!
York, go.
Yeah,
Go.
baby.
That's
That's
the video
right, baby.
Danny sent me
Was
earlier.
was that
Right.
Vanilla Ice?
Nah, that was my Stephen
Go
A.
Ninja,
impression.
go Ninja, go.
That's the Stephen A. impression.
Ninja
Yeah,
Turtle.
that's my Stephen A. impression.
The Ninja Turtles.
All right, but everybody, peace and love, and
Good night,
hey,
Daryl. Good night, brother.
let's go Giants! Ow!
appreciate you, fam. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Cheers, man.
Hey, I'm gonna pop off too because I'm with Daryl. I gotta be up at 4 myself.
Hey, before
Anyway, I'm glad
before
we
you go,
crossed
I
some
got
things,
a
Ant. Love
question
you,
before you go for you, Ant.
Yes.
What's this extreme Big Blue coming here soon? What's this?
Before
haven't
the
heard
season starts, I'm gonna restart my show with a whole new branding and everything.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up, bro.
Let's go Knicks.
Anyway, Ant, I'm glad we squashed things from earlier.
Really wasn't nothing to squash, buddy. You're good, man.
Anyway, love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Love you guys.
Love you, Ant.
I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Yes, sir.
Everybody enjoy the night. Let's go Giants. Ow! Bing
Appreciate
bong.
you, you too.
You a Commanders fan?
What's up, Sully?
Yo, what up, gentlemen? How y'all doing, man? Sorry I'm late, but they working me like a young Hebrew.
See, if I was at work, I would never have time to hop on.
I wish. I need a new job, apparently.
Right.
Me too.
So
text messages.
I'm trying to think. Like that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about tonight was Jaxson Dart.
Hold on to faith.
You know,
Just got to cross our fingers for him, Sneaky. That's all.
that's all we can do. That's all we can do, really.
That's it.
I mean, I know we got the numbers. So when you want to talk, just unmute yourself because you got some background noise, but I still got you though. You still good. Appreciate you. But yeah. I mean, all right. I'm glad you came on.
No worries.
So what? All right, real quick, man, because it's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been. It's been a bit.
And I gotta ask this, and I mean this with all respect, love, and
here it
honor.
comes.
I'm kind of
There's still a Talladega Nights situation going on here.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
With all due respect here.
So if I wanted to raise two wusses, I need a Dr. Quinn and medicine women, goddamn it.
All right,
Now,
What's up?
What's up, Clint?
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Before you go, Steve, I love crepes.
Clinton got to get up at 4 a.m. too.
Yeah,
All right, Clint. Let me hear one time, man.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you.
Hey, we could be on here all day.
All right, here we go. Now, Art.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sneaky.
Not trying to offend you, right?
Oh well, good luck with that.
Don't take offense. And I'm trying. I want to be respectful. Okay.
Get there.
But
go ahead.
Spit it out.
What is? I mean, honestly, being a fan, I can't even say it because I'm not that person. But I'm gonna say it though. I'm gonna get through it. Okay.
Say the words, dude. Whatever they are. I don't give
being a Bears fan.
Okay, we got you.
Right? Being a Bears fan.
Yes, sir.
And it's been since Reagan, right?
Damn.
What? What?
We did go back.
What is your expectations? Because for us Giant fans, right? We got a few more Lombardis, and I'm not doing that to throw it in the face. I'm just saying.
No, this is easy for me.
Okay.
I have no expectations. That's why I enjoy it.
Okay.
They're zero. They're literally zero. I don't take it personally. I do the TikToks. People get all mad and upset. They're not my friends. I don't know them. They've never done a thing for me. If they win, great. If they lose, tomorrow's whatever day it is.
I got a question for Art. Were you on this planet the last time they won?
Oh, wow. I'm older than probably all of you, if not close to all of you.
I'm 67 for the record. 67.
I'm 50. I'll be 51 in 2 months.
Oh man, you look fantastic, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, man.
I had myself laminated in the 90s.
I'm so
Lord, Artie's too
You don't found the secret of youth.
I miss her, bro.
He was like, what's that movie with Goldie Hawn and Death Becomes Her? He's like, yeah, I know her.
God.
I know her with the bottle. I know the lady with the bottle.
I think that was out in theaters the last time.
You
that
actually,
the Bears
you
did
actually
win.
enjoyed it. You enjoyed that Super Bowl then. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
When TVs were furniture, I was there.
They were absolutely furniture. They had the panels and the spin dials.
Artie
and
is definitely missed in the show, man.
I was
yes.
How was
With
that?
the coat hanger antenna.
I was 11 and a half.
Those were the best days, man.
Hey, we went back. We went back. The Cowboys didn't go back.
Went back with Rex Grossman of all people.
Oh my God! You're right. You guys been to a Super Bowl
this century?
Yes.
The Cowboys have not.
Oh my God, Yo,
Yeah.
that's
True.
completely.
It's football.
That
I'm
is
always
true.
right.
And what a
I'm
Super Bowl it
always,
was.
I'm always right.
Devin Hester, opening
Yes.
kick return.
Opening
I
kickoff.
remember that.
That's
Sneaky,
never
so
happened.
what do
That's the only time. That's the only time
Yep.
that's ever happened.
So what do you guys think about the Cowboys pickup?
Oh,
Picking up
They get
Pickens.
somebody
Oh,
else.
with Pickens.
I was
Yeah.
That
laughing
doesn't fix
hysterically.
anything.
Another target for Dak to throw to outside of CD.
When have
You
the
mean that,
Steelers?
that's another target for Dak to throw an interception to?
When did the Steelers not get rid of a wide receiver that was about to implode?
Facts.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
right.
I
You're
wouldn't
right.
want
You're
him
right.
around either. And of course, Jerry would want him just because it's Pickens. Oh, we'll make him
George
better. No, you
Pickles.
Yeah.
won't.
Jerry just wanted to
I'm
make headlines. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but there,
they
there were other
needed a
ways to
second
do
receiver
that.
there. They did.
Yeah.
But
they
I
that's
mean, it's
not the
better
guy.
than all crappy moves.
And
That,
they're
But
not
it's
gonna
not
pay
going to
him,
fix
though.
anything.
This is a
They would have
contract
been
year
better
for him
off
too.
getting
Oh, yeah, it's a
Keenan
contract
Allen
year.
there than getting him. And doing
It
You
is
think
a
the
contract
Giants should
year.
pick him up? You think the Giants should pick up Keenan
No.
or Gabe Davis?
Nope.
I
No.
don't think they
33,
should
I'm
bring up
good.
any of them. I don't
Gabe
think they should
Davis,
pick
I'd be
anybody.
curious about, but not Keenan Allen. But I think Gabe Davis going to want more money than what we're going to pay for a third, fourth receiver.
I got into an argument about that Gabe Davis thing earlier today. For me, I'm ready to go to war with the guys we have in the room, man.
I want one
Yeah.
guy right now that is out there walking the streets that I would love
It's
to have in this
Cooper.
roster. Nope.
Who's that?
Brandon
Who you got?
Sheriff.
Oh, the lineman.
Oh, you like the guard?
Okay. So we were just talking about him before you came on the show. My thing is, like, I'm really curious as to why he's still on the street when he has the resume that he has.
Because he
Not
sucks
to
at
mention
run
he
blocking
played all
last year.
17 games last year.
He if you look at it at actually, ironically enough, we're just talking about him on our show. 74.5 pass blocking grade, 57.4 run block.
Father Time looking over his shoulder too.
33 years
Brandon,
old.
happy birthday, bro. I see you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Jalen, what did you say?
I was talking about the fact that Sheriff played all 17 games last year.
Yep. And
He's
you
always
move
stayed
him
healthy,
to right
man,
guard,
yeah.
which is his spot. You can put Greg Van Roten as your backup guard, or you can tell him point blank it's you and JMS for center.
I knew you was going to go there.
Listen, I want
Honestly,
JMS to
yeah,
win. Let
me
me be
too.
very
I
clear
mean,
on that.
But then they signed the guy from Ole Miss as a center.
The undrafted
Well,
free agent.
UDFA, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Austin Schlottman has a better chance of playing center than he does, probably. Let's be honest. He succeeded and actually did decent when he was in Minnesota.
So what's Schmidt's ranking right now?
He surprisingly
That's
he's not the
center.
worst center. He was they just put out a list. He was 29th, I think he was.
Ooh.
I think he was 29th.
He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought he was going to be 31, 32, but there were
Honestly,
four others.
I don't know. I don't know how much of it is the injury still and how much of it is him just not succeeding. Because I was a big fan of him coming out. I was
too.
ecstatic when we got him. 61.4 PFF grade, 50.2 pass block, 67 run block.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And that's
Me
out of
about-
I'm assuming that's out of 100, right?
So
It's a make or
30
break year for him.
His overall grade is 35th out of 64 centers that qualified, 54th out of 64 centers in pass blocking.
Yeah. It's bad, man.
Oh wow.
What
And
I'm saying,
I'm
I had
a
such
Schmidt
high
fan
hopes.
too.
I had such high hopes from coming out.
He was so solid, man.
He
coming out.
was. I think the injury really at rookie year got him. I'm just hoping that he
Freak,
was coming back.
trying to do the tush push, man.
Well,
trying to do the
him trying to
push.
play
That's
through
what
the
happens,
injury.
yo.
People don't realize
Watch
he
out for
had
this
an
guy
injury,
blocks
played
that
through
aren't
it, and then got a
Philadelphia.
second injury later on in the year that
Yeah.
took him out.
Yep.
Listen, fellas, you can never have me personally. You can never have any match like enough pass rushes. But I wouldn't mind taking a look at Jadeveon Clowney.
No.
Oh yeah.
Why?
And then release.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Honestly, wouldn't mind it.
Is he in the market?
He
Well,
just
how
got
old
cut.
is he?
The
Yeah.
Panthers released
got
him. The
released.
Panthers released him.
He
Let me
just
put it this
got
way: the
released.
Panthers cut him.
Wow.
That's,
I think on the
that's
Flyers,
yeah,
we get him at the league
the
minimum.
Panthers cut him.
Yeah, for
Where's
cheap, I wouldn't mind it. But I'm saying,
Of course, they
I mean,
cut Sam
The
Darnold too.
Panthers cut him. Who does the Panthers have as a pass rusher?
Nobody.
Exactly. I mean, we can't
I
even
almost
answer
said
that.
Brian Burns.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
I was like,
guys.
oh wait.
I gotta say something real quick. This might sound eye candy, but do you guys know who Desmond Watson's teaming up with? And that Bucks
no.
D line?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully,
Vita
Vita.
Vea.
Vita Vea.
So watch
Oh,
out for
hopefully a
I think
nutritionist.
The Bucks are going after the best run defense.
He's
so-
actually
Jeez,
from the area,
yes.
so Being that I
That's
live
on some level
in
tonight.
the Tampa area, he lives over in
he
Plant City,
needs to,
which is
he
right
needs
outside
to,
of Tampa. So he's
The
actually in his
Bucks
home
are
neck
going
of
to
the
have
woods
number
and
one
everything.
run defense.
he needs to
this
partner
year.
up with the
First off,
nutritionist. Is what he needs.
People
to
are overreacting this kid. I get it. He's 450 pounds. And it's an oddity you don't see very often.
Oh, come
but-
on, Drew.
No, hold on.
More
People are acting like,
450.
you're not going to run the ball on this kid. Then why was he a
Yeah,
first round pick? He's a
exactly.
7th round pick. Stop it, people.
And you know what else is crazy?
Run around him.
What's that?
You know what else is crazy? They made it a big deal. Said, oh, he lost 27 pounds. When you're 460 pounds, 27 pounds is nothing.
It's still a good time he's working on it.
Water.
I'm a big guy. 27 pounds is nothing when you're 460 pounds. I mean, I'm not 460
Jeez,
pounds.
man.
No, that's
But
a
I'm
good
just
shit.
saying.
That's all that is.
I'm like,
That's water weight.
Yeah, I'm
it's all water.
about
It's a lot of
I'm
water.
about 667, give or take.
So that's about an H2O.
That's water weight.
He said 400 something. That's my left leg. What are you talking
Sneaky's
about?
You know what's
2/3.
crazy? The man is a college. He was a college athlete, and he weighed 460 pounds. Like
Can
I love
can we
food.
do this for athlete? Can you go
Yeah,
like
no,
that?
but-
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
kind
the
of
finger
really
post.
neat.
Yeah,
Here's the
that's
thing,
appropriate.
Man.
I mean,
Wait, but what was his 40 time though? Wasn't it like
He's
for
still
that
doing
size?
it.
no, I was like 5'7".
He's still doing it. They haven't finished yet.
He's still doing it.
It was like a 5'7", something like that.
I remember when. I remember
Drew,
when
you say that.
I
You
think
say
Rich
that.
Eisen beat him.
He's still faster than my 40.
man, I'm still faster than mine.
No, all right. Oh my god.
No, I'm really
Listen,
rooting
if
for the
you
kid,
put
though.
a plate of pulled pork nachos and a beer at the end, I can probably beat him.
Ken,
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm so.
by the way, guess how
remember
tall
when-
Desmond Watson is? He's 6'6".
I remember when they thought William
He's
Perry was too big.
460 pounds, man.
This is weight,
Okay.
though. This is
Hold
weight.
hold on 1 second, guys. What you say, Art?
Yeah.
I remember when they thought the fridge was too big. He was 308.
Yeah,
He's
that's
about
the 80s.
But he played
I
good in
was gonna say
college.
that's like.
Well, I know, but
Right
it's like
The average lineman was like 260.
I know. I just said how much times have changed.
Remember Gilbert Brown back in the day?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
man.
He's
That
just
was
as big
my
as
like
William
growing up
Perry.
the quintessential massive guy.
That
like,
was the big
way he
dude.
wore that shoulder pad.
Hold on, that was a guy from Green Bay. Green Bay
Yeah.
guy, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
How big was he? Probably not even that big in standards nowadays.
Oh, he
I
was
remember
huge.
watching
He probably
him
was like 320.
and
Now-
going,
and
"Oh
we're
my
talking
god,
crazy.
340 pounds. That's
Yeah,
like an
he was-
average lineman nowadays."
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yo, Art, I got a
Brown. Wow, that's
question.
the name.
What's up?
How big is William Perry?
He
You
was
just said
about.
You said 308, didn't he?
He was just. I think he was just over 300, a little bit over 300 at the time.
Oh,
Yeah, he looked huge though.
Okay,
Probably
I gotta
big
say,
for
I'm
his
looking
era.
at pictures of
He
Gilbert
could-
Brown. And
Very
he still looks
big,
massive.
dude.
He could box jump too.
Wait a minute. He
Anyway,
had
I
to
don't
be-
want to go off topic.
He had to weigh more than 308.
I
308.
Freeway to Perry. I remember.
don't
him.
think it was. I don't think it was more than. I don't think it was more than 320.
I just remember him walking. Like like in my mind, I could see like him
335.
walking with his helmet on.
Well, okay. Do you ever see the videos of him box jumping? He could box jump when he was.
Well, I
young.
believe he was athletic. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
he-
Sneaky, if you want to go back to Jaxson Dart thing, wherever,
Oh, boy.
I'm down with it, honestly.
hold on. Like I asked you a
No,
question.
I'm
Emac.
not on topic.
Emac is a Commanders fan, right?
No, I'm a Seahawks fan. What's up?
Oh, you guys
all
have
right.
fans?
So it's not who I thought you're not who I thought you were. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
There's
no,
a Commanders
I
fan,
think, Dash, I think what threw you off is that he had on a red hat with an R on it.
It's
It
a
was
Tacoma Rainier.
Yeah, that's
It's really the size of the brim.
Who
because of the angle
was the
of
guy that
brim.
had
that brim is taking up like half
Was
the
Emac
screen
the guy
right
that had
now.
a bet going on earlier in like the football season?
Cowboy
That was
Chris.
Emac.
Go ahead and take it away. Take it away.
I made a bet with the Cowboy fan. I don't know if the rest of you guys outside Sneaky or maybe Sully knows him. Dallas Cowboy Chris.
Oh yeah,
I know who he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet him 500 that the Commanders will win the NFC East.
You're a bunch of degenerates.
How'd that work out for you, Emac?
It was actually tougher than I thought.
I mean, in all fairness, I do believe we all told you not to take that bet.
Yes, yeah.
Even
But
when
you know
I was
what?
coming to the show, I said don't. I said you shouldn't have done that.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. Emac and Paul Pierce got something in common.
We paid up.
They are a man of their word.
Yep.
That's true.
It doesn't matter on how late you did. It doesn't matter on how early you did. All that matters is you paid up.
Hey,
well,
like I said on your live
injuries or
stream.
something.
Well, yeah, we're not going to get into that because today I got to give Paul Pierce's props. He said yesterday
if the Celtics lose, I'm walking to work in a robe. He said with no shoes on. I don't know. I don't know for a fact if he had no shoes. I'm gonna be honest.
He said barefoot.
He did say barefoot.
But he had shoes on. He had shoes on.
Yeah.
When he left his house, though, when he left his house, he had on socks. So he might have put them shoes on after a while, though. I believe that.
He probably was like, F this. I'm wearing shoes.
And by the way, I'm wearing socks on my slides any day.
You know where? I work. Yeah, thank you for that.
You and I are officially best friends now.
I do wear slides with my socks, too.
This
and
actually reminds me
peanut butter over creamy.
This
what's
reminds
up,
me of when I was talked about in the Howard Stern show, which is definitely an off-air topic, so we don't get in trouble with YouTube,
right?
Terms and policies and conditions and all that hoopla. But remind me one day, I'll tell you the story. I'll just say that I had a name and everything on the show
for Howard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Oh, I need to know because I'm.
Did he?
So remember Crazy Cabby back in the day?
Yes,
He was on the show. There was something happened between me and Crazy Cabby. He told the whole story, and I had a nickname on the show.
Oh my God. And you can't say it?
I could say it, but I might get in trouble. I might get sneaky trouble with YouTube because they get weird about certain things.
I got a question.
How bad is it?
What year are we talking?
2000, I think I want to say.
No, like the year 2000.
Yeah, I'm old.
I was born that year.
So I started
Told
listening.
you I'm old.
I started listening in 2003. So I might have just missed
This
it.
is before my time.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. I went and
you're a
met
teenager.
No, I was 18 at the time.
Yeah, teenager.
I guess I was teenager at that time.
You know what?
Quick.
Okay, wait. Let's do this proper then, because this is the perfect time.
Does
We're
somebody have a
gonna go
bleeping
ahead
sound
and okay, Sully. Let me hear it one time.
Let's go Giants. Ow.
Hey, Sully, don't go anywhere. Stay in the backstage. All right. Hold on. Yeah, don't go anywhere.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right. Let me hear it one time.
Let's go Giants. Ow.
Appreciate you. Again, yeah, you're invited too. Drew, obviously, you're invited. Go ahead. Let me hear one time.
Yeah, definitely got to hear the story in the back room.
I know, right?
Oh, I'm going now. All right. All right, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate
Don't go
you.
anywhere, Drew. Don't go anywhere, Drew.
Yeah, don't go. No, Drew, you better not. You better not. Who's okay? Dodge. Yeah, you're next. Go ahead. Let me hear one time.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, Danny.
Oh, you about to have one of them shows, huh?
Oh yeah,
Let's
we
go
about to do it.
Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you. Emac, let me hear it.
Let's
Let
go
me hear it.
Giants. Ow!
Thank you. You're invited too. Danny, don't you better not go anywhere either. Jalen, let me hear it one time. You're invited too. Let's go.
Okay, let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you. Okay, guys. That's a wrap. I want to thank everybody that came on the show. What else do I normally say? If you haven't already, please donate to the show at Stefan 11. Venmo, Sneaky G Man, Cash App. Appreciate the love and support. I got to see what Drew was talking about. I appreciate everybody. Please keep your hands to yourself. Enjoy your Friday. Make someone smile. Let's go. Oh, I will say this. I'm still live on TikTok. If you want to know what Drew's talking about, it's going to be on TikTok. So, Sneaky G Man 11. On that note, let's go Giants.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. Sneaky.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow! Oh, wait, hold on. I'm still alive. Hold on. My bad.
Gotta hit the end button.